Like, what are you doing? Right. Get up.
This is pre-season.
And they just keep on coming.
Need a bigger pole.
All right, we ready?
Yeah.
All right, questions, go ahead.
How's the team practicing?
Very good. Very good. Very pleased. Cutting back a little bit because I don't want us to get too far ahead. I don't want us to be playing like it's December and it's October. So some of the practices we've cut short simply because they're getting done what I want to get done, and when they hit that spot, I just stop. Again, we're practicing most times with 10 guys on the floor, so those 10 aren't leaving very often, and you don't have to go long. So we practiced 2 hours and 10 minutes yesterday, probably practice about the same, maybe less today. Guys are coming in at night, it's great, and getting their own work in, and when you do it the way we do it, you have time to go do that other stuff, and you get time to do whatever you want to work on. So.
Have you seen these guys enough to kind of know what the predominant style is going to be this season?
Not yet. It'll all play out. Kind of like last year, you kind of figure out and get through games, and you think something's going to work, and then you play some really good teams, and you say that ain't working against really good teams, so we got to go back and figure out what we do. But what I've liked is a guy like Terrence Jones right now, and I'll tell you, if there's a better player in the country, I got to see him. Maybe that guy's in our gym, I don't know, but if there is somebody better than Terrence, I got to see. First in all the running things, first out on the court, comes back in the evening and shoots. Different whole focus. I had 4 scouts in here yesterday that said his focus on basketball and what he is compared to last year is not even close. Now you're seeing a young man that has changed his habits, changed his body, added skill level, and now a different attitude toward basketball. Who does that sound like? Josh Harrelson. So now what you see is a different player. The competitiveness in our practices has changed. You should see the wars between Darius and Michael Gilchrist. Wow. I mean, absolute vicious, and after it's done, they hit each other on the butt. They like each other. They like what they're doing for each other. Darius has never been better. Never. He has taken himself, and I think the way he has to compete in practice. And obviously the same, Eloy is not the same. You know what Eloy's doing in the morning and at night? He's conditioning. Whoa. So now all of a sudden, he's changed his habits to practice, he's changed his conditioning, he's changed some of his skills and his attitude toward basketball, and you would be surprised. He's changed the outcome, and now you see a different player. That's the only way this works. I always say, tell these guys 20 times, you want a chance? I need a chance. I just need a chance. Go play the lottery. It's $1. You can win $150 million. There's your chance. You're not getting it here. I mean, you either earn minutes or you work your way out of minutes, and it's simple. And got a good group, though.
Don, do you have to settle on pick and roll or dribble drive or anything, or can you get good at many different things?
Well, you got to settle on something at some point of how you're going to play. But what I'm finding out is the pick and roll with this team has really been interesting. I mean, it is, and again, I've never run pick and roll, and partly because I didn't want to bring 2 defenders to my best player. Why would I do that? Especially when he didn't need somebody to get himself open or drive by him. Whether it was Derrick Rose or Tyreek Evans was so physical, he didn't need a guy. He could beat his own guy. How would they have played John Wall if we went pick and roll? They'd have gone under. Now I would have had John Wall shooting jump shots instead of attacking the basket. Now we're a little different, mainly because as we attack, we have the players in there that we do want to get the ball to, and we do want to create space, and we're using the pick and roll to get into the dribble drive. So instead of just coming down and just starting, we're doing it off of pick and roll and bang, and then we play. So they're doing pretty well.
Joe, what do you want to get out of tomorrow night?
Just going to scrimmage. I mean, someone said, fans like to see you put them through. We may just do warm-up lines and scrimmage. Yesterday was the first time in the 13th practice we scrimmaged. Last year we practiced at the 10th scrimmage, or 10th day we scrimmaged. So You know, I waited a while because we had so many new guys, it just wasn't ready for us to be scrimmaging with officials. We'll do it today, and what I saw yesterday, we probably will scrimmage from here on in. The competitiveness, we're getting out what we need to. We can do drill work and work on whatever and then throw it up for an hour. Do something like that.
Did you know this group would be as competitive as it's been?
Well, you know, you can almost tell through recruiting where it's, all right, here's what you're looking at. You know, people, well, you use Big Blue Madness to just emotionally overwhelm them. No, you know what I say to them? That's every home game. Can you deal with it? It's what it's like. Boys, if you can't deal with that, don't come here. How about this one? It's also every road game, except they're against you. Now, can you deal with that? If you can't, don't come here. The same thing, they come and watch practice. Those recruits all were in here watching practice. They either said, I want this, or I'm not looking for this. It's that competitive, it's that hard. Oh my goodness, they don't stop. Does he give them a water break? I mean, it's an open book. This is how it is. I'm not going to change how I coach. It's how I coach. I'm not going to change our style. You know, we may change how we get into our style, depending on personnel, but how we defend, we may do it different ways, but we're going to end up being a great defensive team. So it's an open book in that way.
Cal, you talk about Terrence this year in practice and scouts telling you the difference between last year and this year. What, from your perspective, what was he not doing last year in practice that he does now?
Well, you've been to about every practice, so you can tell him what he's doing now. But what he didn't do, he and Duran fought for the last guy to walk in the gym every day. And it was 30 seconds before the bell went on. And I think they were in the hallway arguing who should go first and who should be following. Now he's out there. He wasn't in this kind of condition. He didn't have this kind of physique with him. He had a very hard left hand. He had to go that way. You're watching him now, goes wherever he wants. His shooting was streaky at best. Now he's been pretty consistent. Defensively, I mean, now he's challenged. Like he's not just running by me. So it's totally different than he was a year ago.
John, you seem to have more praise, I think, this preseason than you did for when you had Wall and Cousin and last year as well. Are you just more comfortable?
I know this, I'm not coaching any effort. I'm not coaching intensity, enthusiasm. Occasionally I got to stop them for tough shots. Occasionally. I haven't said boo to Darius. I haven't said boo to Terrence. You know, the young kids I'll get on occasionally, but you know, they're giving everything they have. What else can you ask? So, you know, this is not going to be easy because we're so young again. But I'm going to say this to you. I like my team. I really like my team.
John, if you're using the pick and roll the way you are now, is your comfort level different with that because of what you did all summer?
Yeah. That, and you know, I've studied it now. I've never, you know, I'm not going to just put something in where I haven't studied it. And yesterday we had, you know, Eric Spoelstra was in here, and I made him come early. So any NBA head coaches that want to see my team play, they got to come early because I get them on the floor and I start picking their brain about different angles and what I've seen their teams do. And that's what I'm doing. If you want to watch my team, you got to come early and we got to talk pick and roll so I get some stuff from you. Not just watching my team. I'm taking stuff from you and then you're welcome here. So we did it yesterday, and Indiana's coming in Monday with their whole staff, and you know, and I'll do the same. We'll get them down on the court, and you know, it's got me, just like the dribble drive kind of, you know, you have the same lesson plan for 10 years. You kind of get bored with it, you don't, and so it changes what we're doing. We're doing different drills. We're even doing different things in the dribble drive. And you know where I learned them from? Coaching the Dominican Republic team. The way they played the corners, naturally, now we're playing. Now, I'd never done it. The staff said, what are you doing? I said, just watch it, you'll see. And now they're like, oh my gosh, this makes it so much better to dribble drive. So, believe me, I learned a ton of stuff on that trip. It was well worth it.
So was there a time in your career where you said, dribble or pick and roll, I'll never do that?
I never said I didn't do it. I just said it wasn't right for my team. Like you know, even zone. Never said I'd never play a zone. But I just said it's not right for my team and my own personality and what I want to do. Now, this team, I hate to tell you, may be his own team because we're just so long. I mean, it's like ridiculous how long we are. And it takes away guys just saying, well, we're just going to jam it in the post. So now you're playing a zone and it's, In certain games, you may say, whoa, wait a minute. And we're going to work on that probably in the next 2 years. But, you know, we've got to get after all that stuff. I started doing a press with this team, and I didn't like it. So now we've already switched that. We're going to a different kind of press. It suits this team better. I'm not here to say, you know, you just watch me coach and this is how my teams always play and it's cow ball, and I don't know how we're going to play yet. I know we're going to play hard, we're going to be unselfish, we're going to be a great team from offense to defense and then a great team from defense to offense. We're going to be our brother's keeper, we'll do it together and you'll have fun watching us. Short of that, we're just trying to figure it all out right now.
I know 59 of the Kentucky football players signed the petition that just came out about players getting some compensation. Were some of the basketball players involved with that, and what's sort of your take on it?
They weren't. I don't know a whole lot about it, but they weren't. I don't know, because I didn't see it all. I'll probably tell you. My name is Bennett, and I'm not in it, so I don't know.
What factors this year with the team do you think is going to bring home the championship?
They just have to come together, and the other thing will be when it hits, when the squeeze is on, who are the guys that I got to have on that court? And we're going to have to learn. Because believe me, we're going to be in those pressure-packed games where, you know, playing in practice and playing in those situations and making good decisions is two different things. And that's why it's nice to have a veteran group back, because they've been through it, they've done it at crunch time, and now we've got to learn which of these young guys. I mean, Kyle Wilshire right now is really playing well. I mean, but so is Michael, and so is Marcus, and Anthony is very good.
Talking about Michael, the documentary
That one's going down.
comes on tonight. It airs on HBO. So what's that like?
What is that?
Kind of the documentary on Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Kind of what's that like for your team, or what's it like having someone like that who's been reached?
Yeah, I think what you see in that is they get a better understanding of him and where he's from and what he's about. So I think it'll be fine. I think they'll all enjoy seeing it. And, they've already seen it together. They watched it. I think Michael watched it by himself, and they watched it together without Michael in there. But it's an emotional thing. I mean, he's been through a lot. He's a great kid and an unbelievable competitor. Smile on his face all the time. Wants to be special. Wants to be a great teammate. All those good things. But I've got a team full of guys like that right now, and that's why I'm telling you, I really like my team. That doesn't mean there are other teams not better than us out there. But I told you a year ago, we lost 6 road games, and I kept saying, I like my team. There's no one out there that scares me. And I'll tell you again this year, I really like my team. Now, what will that mean? I haven't seen any of the other teams play. I haven't watched them, and I don't know, but I can't worry about that. My peace of mind will come from, let's just prepare these guys so that we're at our best when March rolls around. And if that's the case, then we'll all be happy. Thanks, folks.
Thank you.